Hello, everyone. This is Tetrafolium for the Week 3 review of Season 4 of Turn 17 Rocks. With me, as always, is my best buddy, uh, Ephemeral. Introduce yourself once again.
Oh, I'm glad that I'm your best buddy. Hi, I'm Ephemeral Style, and I'm his best buddy. That's my claim to fame.
I mean, with how this week has gone, I hope that's not the only thing that you'll have a claim to at the end of the season, but uh, you can see more about that on his video, which will be linked in the description.
Yeah, just gonna make it.
Uh, yeah. In any case, we're here to just enjoy some battles. I figured that we've got the Torkoal team coming up, so we'll start with some Gen 3 music. Even though Torkoal's quite bad in Gen 3, uh, it's probably the best generation for him, to be honest. It's this one, so maybe the logic doesn't check out. But what do you think about these teams going up against each other?
Neither team has a fairy type, so you're probably just gonna be crashing dragon type moves into each other.
Mm,
If you're the Sun team, especially walking awake, and you're just clicking like dragon. Oh no, never mind. There's a Grimmsnarl. There is a Grimmsnarl. I am. I guess I'm just blind because it's not pink. Sorry about that to all the Grimmsnarl fans out there. I guess Porygon Kintera as well. Those are hopefully going to be the fairies. Otherwise, these dragons are going to go on a rampage. Because there's three of them on one side of the field and two of them on the other. So
yeah, I mean, I I think that the Porygon has to Terra Fairy basically ASAP
right,
to help out against this Latios, because otherwise Latios is going to drop Dracos and win, I
yeah.
think. Um,
Assuming it's like Scarf or something and able to get past any boot. Well, I don't know. I guess we don't know if they're boosted speed or not.
yeah, hard to say. Hard to say.
Yeah.
Let's just play
Cyclozar can
it.
also drop his first share Dragos. Also, apologies for speaking on my keyboard. I'm putting in the stats right now as we go. Okay. Surprised we
Gotcha.
don't see like taunt out of Grimmsnarl to stop the rocks going up. But I guess you have his Cyclozar to spin, so it's probably fine. Just
Yeah,
get your screen up.
he's probably okay. Go straight to gouging fire here. Booster
Booster speed,
speed,
gouging fire,
which means that it's
and
not
then
much
another
attack investment.
switch. Como. I'm surprised that Como comes in. Oh, it's soundproof. Didn't we see that in the chat? Hold on. Pause. Pause. Scroll up to the top. Keep going. Yeah. Yeah, the Como is soundproof. So, first of all, not bringing a fairy type move on Grimmsnarl into the three dragons. Or just an attacking move in general.
Mm,
I know I've nearly gotten punished for this in seasons prior where I've had Grimmsnarl. But also parting shot into a mon that well, I guess your opponent could be baiting you by saying they're soundproof instead of bulletproof. And I assume bulletproof was here for Shadow Ball. What is bulletproof here for?
I'm not entirely sure.
Hold on.
Um, Shadow Ball from Latios is the only thing that comes to mind. Maybe Gyro
A
Ball
Shadow
from
Ball or Aura Sphere,
something?
I
I don't know.
guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
Soundproof
don't
actually
know.
seems reasonable.
Yeah, it worked out. I guess if you were expecting the parting shot, although like I don't know, that would be so crazy to bring Como to block a parting shot on Grimmsnarl, because then your inverse is a Grimmsnarl, and you're just gonna get like Spirit Broken and explode.
Yeah,
So, like
yeah, yeah.
that shouldn't have been a strategy. It did work out here, but I also don't know what the bulletproof is for.
Yeah. Good of you to mention though that there's like no attacking move on this Grimmsnarl. I'm just a massive hater of any set that looks like this because like
Yeah.
it does give a lot of support to the team, but it really cannot make any progress. Like what happens if you go to a Pokemon like that's immune to Thunder Wave and then like has like, I don't know, clear amulet or something, you're just wasting turns, giving that Pokemon time to do whatever it needs to do. Now that's a very specific scenario, I acknowledge, but uh, even if you're not in that worst case scenario, there's a lot of like free turns that can be had there, and for this Como, like you would have a great opportunity to shoot off a super effective ×4 stab fairy move, and like you don't have anything for that, and you know, especially doubly so when you have Walking Wake, another massive threat to the team, that is similarly weak to a fairy type move. But in any case, we got what we got. Yikes.
Okay, big air slash. Okay, the parrot pays off. P2 comes in.
Tracing
Good
the flame
U-turn.
body.
Oh, but it's flame body. You don't think you get punished for this, do you?
Maybe not. You might be punching glove. Discharge.
Right, but wow, that does nothing. What would you be punching glove like for? Like, what contact are you afraid of? Oh no!
Oh, well, punching glove isn't gonna help you there. I don't know, just for boost on your move.
Does Ironhead do more than surging? Rocky Helmet Como.
Probably hard to say.
Wow, I mean that's sad. Okay, Moltres comes back in and gets Dragon Tailed out into Latios, but now Latios is in for free.
Luster Purge.
Yep. Ditto comes in, so now you get to scout the set. I mean, maybe you have orders here for Grimmsnarl.
Oh,
you flip turn.
you're
Okay, so good sack on the flip
into
turn.
You're locked into flip turn now, though.
Yeah.
Most likely.
So I imagine it. Oh, I'm surprised the T-Wave doesn't come out. Okay, just in. Registeel comes in.
And
Makes
Registeel's gonna
sense.
just get to plus 10 million?
Probably right.
It looks like it.
But
I'd
you
burn
don't
this.
have a light screen yet.
Good burn.
Okay, good burn.
You can spin away Hazards here, but that's, I think, okay.
Oh, it traces the regenerator too.
It's
This trace is putting in a lot of work for this Porygon.
Yeah, a lot. When your opponent has a lot of great abilities, that's what happens, right?
Yeah.
Right, into
Wake
Walking
is the switch
Wake.
this time.
Ooh. We're in Gen
Okay.
4 now.
Terra fighting on the flamethrower. Okay, you live another one too.
Ooh.
Oh wow, big Registeel just fucking drops the dunk, little Dunkachino.
I don't
Is
think that's
Gachapar
gonna
killer
kill.
plus
What?
2? Oh shit, is it Chesto? Okay, well, you're gonna burn here, but you just gotta go out into something that doesn't care. The Cyclozar's already burned. I guess you could have got into that.
Yeah, you could
So
have.
the
I guess
few
I guess
turns,
this is just as fine though, because you don't want to put yourself in a situation where, like, maybe
No
it clicked.
drop, never lucky.
Maybe if it
Okay, so
clicked
you're not
body press.
Body is not choice, ladies and gentlemen. This Porygon is going to be a bitch to break through. Okay. Okay, your Citrus Berry gets procced. The Ditto comes in. I wonder
On
why. What does the
U-turn.
Ditto want to do? I mean, you can get a light screen up before it's going to taunt you. You know it's going to taunt you, and now you have to hard switch because your Grimmsnarl has no attacking moves.
That is funny.
No! Okay, well, you can't get burned here. You got to get out. No, no, no!
Well, you do have rest. I mean, it's gonna be a really slow
Oh,
game,
no.
but I could
guess
see it.
that's True.
I don't think you have to go for rest that immediately. I think you could get another Iron Defense.
Yeah. But I guess you do get a burn that turns quicker. So Ditto's kinda
Notably,
getting here, but
Ditto
it's a
is not.
steel type, and it can't
Yeah.
Terra. So it loses that for sure. And it can't IDF up like this Regicant, assuming it's a choice Ditto.
Right.
Can this Porygon do anything? Or are you just going to try to stall out of recovers? Why switch?
I don't think there's a reason to switch. I know it's a really slow and boring game, but you could get to +6, rest when you're in a bad spot, and just take your chip.
There's no special breakers over there. You can't let this Ditto get a special breaker, and Registeel can win. This is interesting, I guess.
This could be good though. You get your reflect up. I feel like Light Screen is probably more important for the Lottie. I know that Registeel is a huge win con here, but like, I don't know. This is a tough situation for Murph.
Yeah, I mean, Registeel should win this.
I think it's big. I think a big problem for Murph is that they
Unless
have
it gets
a
crit.
really like weak gouging fire. They have no attack investment. You have to run very low attack investment to get booster speed.
Right.
It might be. I mean, it may be choice
Yeah,
band for all we know,
it's
but
pennies to the dollar. Okay, and because you have Light Clay and they don't, your screens stay up longer. I mean, there's just no way this ever breaks through unless it's special gouging fire.
yeah,
Oh my
no,
lord! And now it's
that
locked
did
in.
nothing.
So, I mean, there's reflexes up, but I mean, it's at +6, right? Like, yeah,
Yeah, now you go Ditto and get a crit.
yeah. I mean, that would. Like, do you even take 2 of these to roll? You don't have that many recovers.
Yeah, we're just gonna run out of recovers here. It goes to
Oh,
hard
no, you
Ditto.
can't go
All right,
hard
GG.
Ditto.
GG.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yours just does way more.
Yeah, you could have given
I
yourself
guess you
two.
could have crit.
You could have
You
given
coulda
yourself
crit
two
through.
chances to crit if you sacked and then went to Ditto.
Right.
But yeah, like it's over. Oh my. Okay,
Whoa.
maybe I shouldn't.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I shouldn't
Oh my
have been
god.
skipping. Whoa.
Oh my god. No way. There's no way. I mean, hold on. But while we watch this go on, does this matter? Just keep hitting play.
Yeah, it matters for
I mean,
diff.
it might, right? Well, it matters for diff, but like, otherwise, how many recovers does Porygon have left? Something needs to break.
3 recovers.
3 recovers. I don't
That's
know.
still a good amount.
Yeah. Dude, no way. How many turns is that?
That was, I think, 5.
That's insane.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, you need to
You
hit
can
the drop here.
yeah, you need to get the drop.
Oh my
Okay.
god. Is it hold
Ice
on,
Beam.
Has Porygon revealed an item? Is
No,
it
it's probably
Covert Cloak?
Eviolite. Foul play.
If it's
Interesting.
not Covert Cloak, that's criminal.
No, it has to be Eviolite.
Right?
All right, that's the last recover gone.
Oh, wow. This is insane. Scorching Sands. Nice. Okay. A little bit of justice back in this world.
A little bit. A burn
If
would be
this- if
big.
I was gonna say if this burns and this thing wasn't Covert Cloak or if it flinches, dude, it wasn't Covert Cloak. He just didn't get a drop in like 4 Luster Purges.
No, he had to be what's it called?
Yeah, Eviolite. Yeah.
Eviolite.
Oh my god, that's so criminal. Does Big Bad Moltres take this down though? Does it have Roost? How
I
many
don't think
recovers
it
does
matters.
Porygon have
I don't
left?
think because Porygon has no recovers left.
No recovers. It's oh my god. You don't get punished for having no item on Grimmsnarl, please. Oh,
Or
please
for
tell
no
me
attacking.
Cyclosaur has like Iron Head or something. I don't want to see a rapid spin kill here. Oh no.
No,
And getting burned
no.
is so sad. No. Oh no. Oh no. T-Wave.
Oh, he was gonna T-Wave? Or he gets another
Okay.
chance at it? No, what?
Okay. Okay, do you have Roost? Do you have Roost? Can you flinch?
Yeah, he
Okay.
flinched. You just have to
Big
hit
Moltres.
two more. He could get parried here and it could
Alright,
be
go
over.
Trace. No way. No fucking way.
Full para.
Please, please.
Oh,
my
okay.
God.
That was some
Oh my
hacks.
God. Yeah.
All right,
man.
I'm not gonna
I mean,
read this whole whatever.
Yeah.
I think
Oh.
so. Now this almost played out super unfortunately for
Oh,
Ducky,
God.
but if we go back to like the first time that Reggie Steel comes in, I don't know when that was.
I mean, this Registeel is a great bring it. Put a fucking pack on the enemy team once the Walking Wake went down, and
Yeah.
then it even killed the Wake. It cleaned up for itself, and then it just
Yeah,
you had to
here,
play to the win con of it getting hacked, and it got hacked.
yeah, here. To be honest, I feel like if I'm the Reggie Steel, I'm just gonna get to +6 because, like, this gouging fire cannot do anything. The
Mhm.
Ditto is probably not, like, the Ditto is gonna have to get a crit, which I mean, yeah, that could suck. You know, you have to rest, to get this burn off, and then you're giving Ditto
Right.
like 2 or 3 turns to potentially get a crit on you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just not sure what the line, because the only way this Registeel loses is if it gets haxed, and so I'm not sure what the
Like the least
what your
hacks.
best odds are, the least hacks. I mean, I think the way it was played, like the Ice Beam Goober freezes is like, I mean, that's way better odds that doesn't happen than getting crit with like 3 or 4 chances by the opposing Ditto, right?
Right. So
And
in
you
this,
still have game to play. If you get crit by Ditto and then you're facing down an opposing Registeel at +4, you're probably fucked. So I think like the freeze is probably the best case for you because you still have the rest of the game to play out.
right. I mean here, so here there was a wake up and a body press. Here I feel like, I know that the body press makes a lot of sense on the Ditto, but you could probably stand to do another iron defense. And then against this Porygon, frankly, you can stay in. It cannot freeze you while the sun is up, and you can start getting rid of its recovers earlier. If it goes for discharge and paralyzes you, okay, whatever. You really don't care. In fact, you getting parried is probably the best possible case scenario. You can't get burned, so you're never worried about your body press not doing enough damage, and you can't get frozen into getting hacked out.
Mm-hmm.
Going Moltres here is like so scary because if this Moltres gets parried right here, like the rest of this game, if it plays out the exact same, like Murph wins this. I mean, granted, that presumes you're gonna get a para on Moltres here and then the freeze with however many turns on Registeel there. But so on and so forth. This is, I think, the second week in a row that we saw Registeel just get to like plus 10 million Terra fighting and iron and body press.
Right.
Are we gonna see somebody like have counterplay for that like actual counterplay, not just freeze and pray?
I play Ducky next week, so yes.
Like, can we get a ghost type? Can we get you know, something to keep the Registeel honest? You know what would be great in my opinion? Psych
with
Up.
Encore, something with Haze, something with
Haze, yeah, no, but Psych Up would be funny as hell.
Psych Up would be very funny.
In any case, well, that was a lot closer than it needed to be.
Yeah, what a crazy game.
Yeah, and I wonder also, like, this is like the second time that Registeel was like a roll or hacks away from just sweeping the game. I wonder if we're gonna see an adaptation on the part of Ducky to like mitigate some of this stuff, like, you know, go into the calc and see, do I have enough investment to one shot from +6, and can I afford to put something like, I don't know, Covert Cloak on so that I never get frozen, I never get flinched, I never get nothing that stops me from going crazy. I mean, hard to say. You can't have everything, but you know, I don't know. We'll see. Next we have Sukuna versus Chuver. I'm always
Bolton Blitz.
Oh, the Bolton Blitz. That's right.
Was there? No, there was no team name in the last game. Oh, I totally forgot to put in the stats. Whoops. I was too busy watching that crazy game. Okay, hold on. I'll put the stats in close one to keep on this.
All right. As he's doing that, I'm gonna restart the stream just to do it.
Okay. How am I supposed to see what fucking Pokemon they're brought if you don't have the stream up?
Jeez, how indeed.
God.
We're so amateur here.
This is Chump Hour.
I'm always thinking to myself, you know, there's such a heavy buy-in to get both Iron Valiant and Baxcalibur, and Baxcalibur has only come once. Like, I'm still like, I don't know how to feel about getting both of them.
I mean,
Still.
maybe it just had bad matchups. That is one of the advantages of taking like obviously it's very expensive, but if you take two broken guys just right off the bat, and it's like, well, if one of the guys has a bad matchup, I can just bring the other one. Like if you only have one broken guy, and then like a bunch of 12 pointers, and it's like the broken guy can't come, I'm fucked. Obviously, like there are some Pokemon like Iron Valiant where you can pretty much always find a way to bring it. So that's not really a great case. Or something like Meowscarada, something very flexible, but if your best Pokemon is, for example, like Palafin, and Palafin has just like an abysmal matchup, which is hard to do because Palafin's has some more options, not as many as the other guys. Then you're just like you're in a tough spot. But in this case, I feel like there's argument for that. I haven't looked. Maybe Bax did have good matchups and reasons to be brought. Like a Dragon Dance Baxcalibur outside of Corviknight looks pretty good here, right? But
I mean,
I don't know.
Corviknight can wall most of the sets. Comfey is a bit stressful for you with
Yeah,
a priority Draining Kiss.
right.
Sturdy Ogerpon is a
Yeah,
problem, as we saw last league.
you could be loaded dice.
I mean, you could be, but if you're not, then GG. Raging Bolt. I mean, you're probably gonna kill with an Ice type or a Dragon type move, but if you don't, like if you happen to roll into the Yachi or the Hobbenberry, Blaziken could outspeed. You know, maybe it's not a great matchup, but also I don't know. There's a lot of those things I said are problems for Bax, but I mean, I don't see anything that switches into an Icicle Crash that will like wants to take it on this team either. So
Right.
but instead of talking about the mons that aren't here, there's a little bit of a lack of bulk, I would say, on Chuver's team, and like your fairy resist being not existent, I guess like Muck probably takes him okay. Like I feel like Comfey is gonna get a lot of value here.
Yeah, Comfey looks pretty good. I mean, Alolan Muck obviously can do stuff, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yep, and no Iron Crown on this roster either, which is interesting. I would have thought that would have been a good bring here. I know it's not great into Blaziken, but the rest of his team it looks pretty good into. Ooh, the HF into no response is crazy. So just goes
Big alluring voice. Wow. Specs.
Straight Terra Fairy against the Muck is a little crazy. I mean, I know that knockoff is probably pretty obvious, but what if he gunk shotted?
I mean, yeah, that's a tough play to make.
Yeah. I don't. That alluring voice would not have killed, and you probably could have went for your poison move to kill Espeon there. But I mean, going to Mudsdale getting +2 is reasonable, I guess.
Mudsdale KOs Espeon, and then Ogerpon killed.
Ogerpon got 2 kills.
Okay.
3 kills. Oh, what?
Nope.
Nope. Whip is crazy. Oh.
Oh no.
Surf Vacuum Wave. That's kind of. I don't know what to think about that.
Hisuian Samurai. It's interesting. Who else? What's the top right? Who's dead? I can't see who that is.
That's Emboar.
Emboar died. Okay.
That is crazy.
Yes.
I don't know why no Power Whip into
Oh my
H-Rod,
goodness.
but yeah, this is a slow Iron Valiant too. Yikes. Wait, what? Thunderclap. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Draco.
All right, Big Dodrio, the 1v4 clutch god. Have you ever seen a Dodrio break through to Corviknight?
No, never. And I'm not going to see it today. I don't like that you have only, what's it called?
Self-damage. Oh my goodness, but you have rest lefties? Oh.
No. He has rest early
Wow.
bird, which is really funny.
Oh, right, right.
Wow, that was a stomp, to put it lightly.
I mean, Raging Bolt got 3, Ogerpon Cornerstone got 3.
I can appreciate an interesting like off meta Samurott, but I feel like a meta Samurott would have done better.
Mm-hmm.
Like instead of Surf into Vacuum Wave, I'm almost positive that Sacred Sword into Aqua Jet would have gotten the job done.
Right.
Yeah, because sharpness. Sharpness is essentially a stab boost, so it's going to be doing well more. I would have to imagine more than Surf because it's super effective as well. Um, Now, how much would that have changed the game? I'm not sure, but kind of something to think about. Another thing to think about is if you're gonna run a Spatak boosting Boostermon that likes to run speed, in this case Iron Valiant, you have to make sure that you're actually faster than the threats that you're up against. This is a Iron Valiant that was slower than Ogerpon and Espeon. You're just asking for a lot of trouble there.
Right.
Like, I understand from this on the perspective of like if I'm bluffing it and they are not going to it to take advantage of that, then it can be a big deal. But you're gonna get if you get called out like this, like what happened here. That's really bad for you. That was what 80% onto Iron Valiant, 86. I mean, if instead we were looking at a 100% Iron Valiant, like like Raging Bolt would have to come in and click Thunderclap. You would have had maybe an opportunity to switch. I don't think that would have mattered too much for you, to be honest, but or maybe you would have lived Thunderclap. I don't know. Something tells me this is a Specs Raging Bolt. No, it's not. My bad. I'm really bad at this, guys. Well, anyway, that was a quick game.
Yeah, that was a very offensive game, but the buttons on the left were stronger than the buttons on the right. So sometimes that's just how it goes.
There you go. And there's to your point. If you're gonna play an offensive style of game, then you better make sure that you're bringing your best mons, right? And if Baxcalibur is your best mon, you either have to bring it, or if you're saying that it has such a bad matchup because of its overlapping weaknesses, then it might be time to look for a trade. That's just what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Next game, we've got the purple team. I love the purple team versus Katas.
The purple team indeed. Okay, hold on. Let me get these guys in for the stats here.
I don't foresee a scenario where the purple team gets it done. I hate to be a hater. Actually, psych, I love to be a hater. I'm the reverse Flash of this league. But yeah, I feel like Gardevoir plus
I mean, Roaring Moon gets
Moon.
a DD and wins, right? More or less. Like after a bit of chip on things.
Yeah, I mean, Hoopa might be able to take a hit unless it's a U-turn, in which case you're not in a great spot. But
and you can always bring you can bring like close combat on like Ceruledge as like an anti-offense option to Sash or something.
We'll have to see if this is a weak armor Ceruledge as well this time. Maybe a Ceruledge set that actually like manages to do something, because I could actually Ceruledge is kind of scary into this team. Outside of Roaring Moon, like nothing is resisting that dual stab, and most of his team is actually weak to the dual stab. I would think I would find it personally hilarious if we see one of these psychic types with no item to dodge the Poltergeist.
Yeah, that would be funny.
But then you look like the clown when Shadow Claw comes out and kills you anyway. But I
mean, there's just no way. Okay, let's see it.
So Tinkaton versus Diancie. Diancie better Terra right now. All right, good.
Good. Rocks on the body
for
press.
body press.
56. That does a ton. Gardevoir comes in.
Let's see if we get rocks here. Good.
Oh, but taking the Moonblast sucks.
It does suck, but if you got like a spike or a trick room off for it, it would have been really nice.
Oh, and DD
Ooh.
lives.
And DD lives and
Okay.
gets the trick room and goes for the weakest draining kiss of all time.
Okay. So that's a death.
All right, here comes Mr. Craw. Gonna knock off everything in sight.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean,
CC?
but do you have anything that kills now? Oh, CC.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No CC.
Okay. Okay.
Right, and then Hatterene can get this kill. I guess it can't. But that's it. Probably better because you get a trick room here.
The drop sucks.
Oh, never mind. No trick room.
You do pick the KO though, I guess. Was your terrain about to run out? Yeah, right. Like you would have lost terrain, and then you might not have been able to get the kill.
It's possible, but I don't know if Moonblast maybe was on there or
Yeah, I don't know.
like a Healing Wish would have been fine.
Okay.
Crabhammer.
The Craw, Mr. Craw claims the kill.
Crabhammer is a little scary because it can miss, but we'll see. See a T-Bolt. I don't know why stay in if you're not going to click like Aqua Jet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hoopa taunted. Oh, CM Hoopa.
Wow.
That's interesting.
That's a crazy read.
Who's faster here?
Do you have Focus Blast?
Ooh.
Expanding Force doesn't kill. Does Tingaton have a move to kill? Encore into the Expanding Force. You live again because of the roll.
And then
Now you get
Roy
the Gigaton
Moon
off.
Is free even if you don't kill. I mean, obviously kill. That's the play. All right, this has to be Endure.
Okay.
This has to be the Endure weakness policy set.
Right.
To win this game, but it can maybe.
Starting off by sacking Dia is not good.
No, I don't.
A good sign.
I don't think so.
Oh
man. Sash and no hazard removal. I mean, you have Hatterene with healer. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
No, but imagine here.
What does healer do?
It heals your partner status in a double battle.
Oh, so it's completely unusable.
It's a completely worthless ability in singles.
The only reason to run it would be to not give Gardevoir a useful ability on Trace, but like...
Yeah, I cannot imagine that was the logic for it.
Right.
No, but I mean, again, think about this. If you endure, knock off, weakness policy activates. If you have as your moves Bitter Blade, CC, and
Sneak.
Maybe could have done it. I don't know if it would.
I think Lando could have cycled.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have beat Lando, but maybe. That's so unfortunate, though. You probably do.
Right.
You probably do need Sneak, right, for Ceruledge?
Yeah, like
or
if
Deoxys.
if you're Deoxys speed, and like you look at this matchup and you see like how good your Roaring Moon looks, you're like, well, the only like scenario I lose is this Ceruledge. You probably just EV to say he needs to sneak, right?
Maybe. I don't know though, because if you're max speed Ceruledge, you hit 590, which would outspeed Deoxys. So maybe you could afford to not run Sneak and instead run Poltergeist or Shadow Claw.
Right.
Could see that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hard to say. I mean, I imagine the Lando probably lives, so it's kind of a moot point. But this is what I'm saying, man. One of these weeks, we're going to see the Endure weakness policy set.
Or Sash Swords Dance or something.
I mean, it could have been Sash Swords Dance there for all we know, but...
Right. But there's hazards.
Yeah. That's tough. Oh, well, let's go on to the next game. Ooh, Golduck. He's here.
He's arrived. He's
Imagine-
the swift swimmer.
Imagine Cloud9 Golduck.
Don't imagine that. I imagined it, and then I like immediately was like, "Ooh, that would be really bad. Don't bring that. Maybe bring that last week when your opponent has better rain than you do."
Wigglytuff coming out from our friend from across the aisle.
Yeah. I mean, you can alluring voice like Palafin through substitutes.
Is that what it's gonna
If
do?
you're worried,
I mean, I
if
guess
you're worried about bulk up,
is
stuff.
Wigglytuff one of those bum fairies that doesn't get Moonblast?
I have no idea. I mean, it's like Wish Protect. I don't know. You could also try an Encore Dragon DD or bulk up or something like that. It's like I assume it's here as an anti-offense measure into those kind of guys, but
Perhaps. I imagine that we're gonna see the classic Bumper Eddie team where, I mean, pretty much you've got like the Dragonite is always a mystery to me.
right.
I think we saw mixed one week. I don't even remember what we saw the other week.
I think it's banded, but I don't remember.
Gotcha. I think I favor Alex here. I feel like the Mons just seem stronger against this matchup, but we'll see.
Okay. Protect Heatran is interesting.
That is
Do you have anything
interesting.
proccing? Crit on the
crit.
Chopple.
Oof.
Do we see the immediate flame body? No.
No.
Okay.
And we don't see.
Protect rocks is very interesting.
So I feel like if you were gonna eat the close combat, wouldn't you try to like kill the Zapdos with your
Right.
Magma Storm, Lava Plume, whatever move you have?
Right. Like if you're gonna be Chopple to
Like
live a hit,
it
is
seems
rocks
like an
the best case?
anti-lead type of deal, right?
Yeah. Like last league I ran a flying resist berry on Rillaboom to bait in Galarian Zapdos, so I could KO it back with acrobatics. But if you're like gonna like the thing about lure resist berries is if you're not gonna like you get one turn with that, right? Like you get one turn of they thought you'd be dead and you lived. And normally you do that because you can kill back or get a huge amount of pressure or a setup move, or something that's going to swing the momentum back in your favor. And I don't think Rocks is that.
Rocks was really low value in my opinion because I mean you
Right.
have Excadrill to spin them away. Yes, you have Annihilate who can block the spin, but like I don't know. I feel like you could have came back in with Heatran at some point later, like against our Wigglytuff, and got your Rocks up.
Right.
But we'll see how much it matters.
Okay. The Wish Pass to the Boots Thunderous.
We have restaurants here. Is that what I'm seeing? Bojangles, Rise, Cans.
There's a lot of chicken places.
Ooh.
Specs Golduck. Probably. I have to assume. Just drops a kill.
Get our kill back with
Sinistcha.
Sinistcha.
Yeah, makes sense. Sack up the Heatran.
Terra Water. U-turn. Oh, do not tell me this Scarf Annihilate. I hate that
Okay. Thunder Punch. Holy smokes.
Oh my lord. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Big strength up though. Sinistcha's that guy. Flipper comes in.
It's a Scald.
Yamacha Gotcha.
Okay, so 3 attacks, Strength Sap. I don't like this. I think Calm Mind would have been better. But we'll see. Is this going to be Final Gambit? It is.
It is.
Okay. That's the only time that it's acceptable to run Scarf on Annihilate, by the way. Alright, going to Palafin to try to get a switch. That's good, I think. Ooh. Oh, this is nasty.
Right.
Oh, that's really nasty that didn't even kill.
Yeah. I mean, Dragonite has to kill here, right?
Right. It probably has
its
Earthquake.
Multi-skill's gone.
Still
oh my
lives.
god.
Dang,
Pheasant Burger Flipper. Holy shit. Wow.
Oh my
I can't believe that. I really just can't believe that, if I can be honest with you.
And then we sack. So we sack Excadrill, but we have free Golduck here, right? Surf should be fantastic. Hydro Pump if you're Shiest. Oh my lord.
Wow.
Does
Okay.
Golduck get like Energy Ball or something?
He's probably Specs.
I know he is. Well, he definitely specs based on the freeze.
He gets T-Bolt or something for sure.
Yeah, but I was wondering if there's a argument to switch out.
Oh, hold on.
Like maybe switch to Dragonite.
Well, no,
sack
because
the
now
Knight, and then.
So.
I mean, you're faster than.
Sinistra's gonna beat. Yeah, no, I guess Golduck could have won. It just needs to keep Sinistra low enough. I guess if you double missed pump, I don't know if there's a play to make where you can try and strength sap. I don't know how much you heal.
Yeah. I mean, but as this went, Dragonite wins the game for you here.
Right.
I mean, I imagine this is probably Banded Knight, especially based on the switch out there.
On the Thunderbolt, you might have been, or the Thunder Punch, maybe you could have gone Excadrill. Like if that's Band Knight or something, I don't know.
That was the only way I could see winning that end game there. You go to you have to read that this is a banded D-Knight, which I think you probably could have figured out by the damage that it did to Sinistcha.
Mm-hmm.
Then you call the Thunder Punch onto Sinistcha by going to Excadrill. Then Excadrill can just Earthquake, because it will put Palafin, it'll 2-hit KO Palafin, right? Palafin comes in, it Jet Punches to try to get the KO. Pasho Berry, you live it. Earthquake kills the this guy. You can't lock into one move that beats both.
Right, assuming it is banded, which I don't have the calcs, so I don't know.
I think that's a pretty safe assumption. I think there was definitely a way for Alex to win the game. It would have probably came down to a 50-50 there. But I mean, even if you go to, let's say you go to Excadrill and you get it wrong and there's an Earthquake there, Sinistcha can just kind of spam Strength Sap until it isn't 2-hit KO'd by Thunder Punch here, and then fish for the burn. And then it probably 1v1s the Palafin. So I feel like either way, switching to Excadrill is the best play. I mean, unless you're worried about like a Dragon Dance, but I don't know about that. So I think this was a winnable game for Alex. I think this was an even more winnable game for Eddie with some slightly different plays. I'm trying to think. So Golduck here, I like the pump to kill Wigglytuff. I mean, the crit, I don't know if it mattered. Probably did. But whatever. I think there's potentially an opportunity for you to go to Dragonite, sack it, and then Golduck can come in and threaten the kill on Sinistcha. I don't know. What do you think?
Wait, hold on. We do have the Sinistcha calc. Hold on. Sinistcha, Terra Water versus Dragonite. Let's see. How much does what was the Thunder Punch damage? Like 30
60.
Or 50?
I think it was 60.
60? Okay. So if Dragonite is... Yeah, okay. Adamant 252 Dragonite is doing 47 max. That's banned.
Yeah, that's banned for sure.
How much does Earthquake do? Earthquake doesn't kill. Well, hold on. Keep going to what the range Sinistcha was at. On the turn... No, keep going. No, not there. No, you need to fast forward. Fast forward. On the turn that's this, right here, 51. Yeah. Dragonite, the only move it can click that can kill is Thunder Punch if you know it's banded. I know this game was played on mobile, I believe, by Truly Alexo, so he probably wasn't calcing, which is really unfortunate because if he calced and saw that this was banded, he could have made the play to win the game by switching to Excadrill here. But what are you gonna do, right? You just have to have the head calcs to know that that's banded, but
I don't know. I feel like my head calc knew it was banded for show. Which I'm gonna.
That's crazy because you didn't even know the Sinistcha set.
No, I did not know the Sinistcha set, but
yeah.
I felt like 60 was a lot.
No, I mean 60 is an insane amount. You have to be either not very bulky Sinistra or Bandit D Knight.
Yeah, well, I was like with Strength Sap, 3 attacks, I knew that this had to be like basically max defense. Like, what are you doing if you're
Right.
not? But I digress. I also think, I don't know. I understand Scald because like if it gets the burns, that's really good on a lot of this team, and also
Yeah.
Rain is boosting it for you. But I kind of feel like you need some more sauce on a Sinistcha, right? You got all those noodles, you got to put the sauce on it. And how are you going to put the sauce on it? Calm Mind.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, does Calm Mind do anything in this matchup?
I mean, I don't know. There could have been a spot where if you're Sinistcha and you're living a T-Punch, you can Strength Sap, and then the next turn you Calm Mind. And then, like, as long as they don't have a switch into something that, like, kills you, which I feel like is just Final Gambit Annihilate, then you're kind of in the driver's seat. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe I'm off base on that. I don't know.
No, I'm just thinking, like, does...
Because, like, you're +1, even Golduck specs Thunderbolt probably doesn't kill you, and then you probably kill back and get a lot of HP back with Matcha Gotcha.
Assume Thunderbolt is what Golduck gets.
Right, I'm not exactly sure, but...
So with this Sinistra set we were looking at, Thunderbolt does 55 to 65 to +1. This isn't Modest. Hold on. Modest Golduck Thunderbolt does 61 to 72 to +1 Sinistra.
I mean, that could be pretty bad. I could see that. I don't know though. I think with a Strength Sap on the Dragon Knight, you're pretty likely to be at really high HP. I mean, unless the Dragon Knight is going to keep T-punching until it dies, which I don't know if that's the best play.
Right.
You'll probably be at full when the Golduck comes in. But so I really think Calm Mind Sinistcha could have made a big difference here.
I don't know. I mean, you still die to Thunder Punch plus T-Bolt.
Well, I'm saying you get Thunder Punch, you Strength Sap, you're back to full, and T-Punch is not doing as much.
So then you Calm Mind, you get T-Bolted, you kill, Dragonite comes in. I think you're still in range.
You probably are still in range, but at the very least, you could switch, and then Dragonite is forced to click T-Punch onto something that's not, like, doesn't mind taking it, like.
But it's I mean, it's still forced to click it here.
Right.
I don't think it made a difference. I think it might have been more optimal, but I don't think it made a difference.
All right, fair enough. I mean, I guess where Scald is better is it hits Heatran.
There's sort of Shadow Ball. I don't know.
Yeah. Plus, we could have played for a lot of different endgame scenarios if we had Calm Mind on Sinistcha. So, like, things would have played differently, I think. So it is hard to say. But I mean, I think the switch. I think very clearly switching to Excadrill was needed to win this game here.
Yeah.
Even if you get called out on it, I think that's the way to win.
Right.
You're getting if it doesn't matter who you switch to here. Sinistcha is living and getting back to full.
I was gonna say if Excadrill always dies, like Excadrill can never beat Palafin, right? So you like Excadrill. Like if you sack Excadrill here and he gets it right with EQ, you still have to live in EQ, assuming it's banded.
Right.
And
I mean, which you probably do, right?
Right.
So you Strength Sap.
And if it's not banded and it can Earthquake, like, I don't know. I think it always is over.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard. It's so hard to think about it because if he wasn't banded, then the Thunder Punch would not do that much. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think switching to Excadrill, no matter what happened there, I think results in a win for Sinistcha. Because even if, let's say you go for T-Punch, you switch to Palafin, I mean, and you don't go for the Earthquake for some reason. Sinistcha comes in, it always gets a Strength Sap to get to full on Palafin. And it'll beat Palafin one-on-one. As long as you don't let yourself go below 60, you Strength Sap the Dragonite, then win the game. Which I think is reasonable. You're probably not going to go below 60 against Palafin.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in any case, I mean, that's just how the game went. I'm not complaining, because that was the one team that had basically a tiebreaker against me. So next game. All right, so we have the notorious Mr. Malfoy with the Spectrier plus Iron
Do you remember
Hands
his team
nasty
name?
combo. His team name. The Finn Harpies, isn't that right?
That's right.
There we go. I'm tapped in, I know. And then we have the Sixers.
Yes.
With, I mean, just top 4 plus 2 Intimidators. I don't hate it.
Yeah, so I helped JWK Jr. Jeff scrim for this matchup. His original team, instead of that Hitmontop, I don't even remember what it was. It didn't matter. He got 5-0'd and then 6-0'd because I brought Skarmory Ting Lu and I set up every hazard and he didn't have a spinner and he just continually got chipped down and died. I'm really confused as to why there's no Ting Lu or Skarmory for that matter. I felt like they were really strong in this matchup into checking things like Golden Ghost, Sneasler, Rillaboom. Like I feel like that you could check that core so effectively. Also, Cryogonal is really great for checking Iron Bundle. It needs to land Specs Hydro Pumps to kill you at a reasonable pace. Otherwise, it just can't, and you're getting hit with Freeze Dry. So I'm really interested to see how this goes because I thought my team that I built on the side of the Finn Harpies was really strong into the JWK build, and I didn't have 3 of these guys. So I'm really interested to see what they do. Maybe he brought Ogerpon saying, I saw what Ogerpon did to this guy last week. I'm going to do that again. But to be honest, I don't know.
That's fair, but there's also no fire move on this Ogerpon, which was I think a big contributor to what caused that that landslide victory.
Absolutely.
Maybe Hitmonchan is coming because of a fear of hazards from JWK side. I'll be honest, I don't know what spikers or rocks or whatever JWK has, but I can't imagine they're very good, considering I see these 6 on the field, and I don't know what's better than that.
Yeah, I can look. I think he does not have a lot of hazard options. He has... Okay, in terms of actual hazard setters, because Clefairy is bad, and Sneasler is not going to run T-Spikes. He has Stealth Rocks on Krookodile, and that's it. That's it.
Wow. Okay. So you have 2 Stealth Rockers and Krookodile and Clefairy, and you have T-Spikes on an offensive mon that does not want to run it.
Right.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not scared of hazards. I mean, I could understand if you're scared of T-Spikes, but you brought your poison type, so...
Maybe you're running it to like Revenge Kill Iron Bundle. But I feel like you just get shut down by Gyarados or Golden Go, right?
Yeah, I can see that. Maybe you're saying, okay, if I can stop an Iron Bundle sweep because I'm threatening Mach Punch or Vacuum Wave, I think, but obviously you're going to use Mach Punch. I don't know. We're just going to have to see.
Yeah, I want to see. I want to see if I didn't cook hard enough, if the Finn Harpies cooked me out of existence.
Assault Vest Rillaboom. That's interesting.
Okay, just the grassy... Wait, I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Balloon Sneasler, but maybe I'm tripping.
Ooh,
my god, the Dire Claw.
Sleep. Ooh, this is a free Throat Chop or Switch. You just can see a switch. We actually balloon on the Goldengo.
Oh, that's right. It's the balloon gold.
Oh, that is
Okay.
really, really specially defensive. Probably assault vest.
Right.
Make it rain. Does that a kill? It does.
Totally. That totally kills.
Here comes
Okay.
Spectria.
You don't eat
Yikes.
those. Oh, it's Colbur.
Oh, sucker punch into Colbur
Okay.
Berry is
This
really
is scary.
nice. So just gonna outspeed and try to kill with Ice Beam. Is that the idea?
Well, you. Oh, yeah. I guess if. Hold on. Pause. Is it? I don't remember. I don't think this Iron Bundle is Scarf.
No,
I
it doesn't
think you
have to
coulda
be Scarf. It does not have to be Scarf to outspeed Spec though.
Oh, you're right.
It's probably max speed or like near max speed with a choice Scarf or choice Specs is my guess.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I think Spectrier Scarf could have won right there, though.
I mean, with a Scarf, maybe, but you'd be taking double the damage, and then Rillaboom presumably gets Grassy Glide.
Oh, you're right.
So it
Yeah,
probably is not as straightforward a win as you would think.
Yeah.
But here comes the boom. Woodhammer, no knockoff. Just definitely
Okay,
better
does
than this
remove.
is.
Yeah.
Go to
Okay.
Goldie, who walls this every day. Unless it has
Yeah,
like
you get a
Shadow Ball
little
or
bit of recovery back, and you get to Shadow Ball into Iron Hands, which is nice.
something.
Oh, it's Grassy
brought the
Seed.
Grassy Seed. That's interesting.
Right. But I mean, you used to chip this with Golden Go.
That's a big crit drop right there.
It is.
Might not matter. Probably matters a little bit.
Okay, Gyarados comes in.
Probably gonna tear our ground and Earthquake, right? Wow. That did a lot.
Yeah, that did do a lot. You're gonna have to just get a Scald. I'm surprised we don't see a Wish.
A
Interesting.
Wish. Oh, I feel like Wish is not.
I was gonna
as
say, I'm
good here.
surprised the Iron Bundle didn't come in there and click Freeze Dry.
Yeah, I guess that's a good. That's a good question. Why not do that? High horsepower. Dodge a T-Wave.
Oh wow,
That's pretty big.
Slowbro is just gotten hate crime to this game.
Zach's Iron Hands. I guess the idea is that this Regenerator Slowbro is still better. Yeah, probably. I don't see what you're gonna do with the Iron Hands. It's slower than everything. Probably dies to everything.
Right.
I mean, the T-Wave, I kind of understand the T-Wave, maybe if you're trying to catch a Sneasler switching in, but I feel like Sludge Bomb is probably safer, right?
But this is your Sneasler check, so I feel like Sneasler's not coming in.
All right, and then going for T-Wave again, I feel like was a throw, to be
That's
honest.
a little telegraphed, for sure.
Yeah, because I feel like Gyarados coming in there was so obvious.
Does this Aloe have Scald? Doesn't matter.
It might not have Scald.
Oh, it's Gyarados is fat.
Oof.
Picks up a KO on the Spec.
Picks up
Aloe,
a
KO
it's gonna
on
pick up-
Aloe.
It's gonna pick up a
and
Slowbro here too.
I don't know if it kills. It does not.
Ooh, okay.
So just who you want to give the kill to, you give it to Rillaboom. Makes sense. Rillaboom did put in a decent amount of work this matchup.
True. Now, I don't know if I would have done that with Rillaboom, especially with the high horsepower, because you have a chance to miss. And if you miss and get Sludge Bomb, then you just sold.
You just lost some of your diff.
You
Yeah.
sold your diff, but fair enough. Wow, that was good. There you go. You don't need a normal type to beat Spectria, guys.
Yeah. I wonder if, like, staying in, like, you click Shadow Ball on Hitmontop, you switch out on the Sucker Punch. Like, I wonder if you could have, like, if you were just, like, Spectrier or Scarf, if you could have won the game, if you just, like, played, instead of being Colbur, if you just switched on the Sucker Punch, if you could have gotten more work done.
Maybe. It's hard to tell. I also think that Rillaboom did not have a lot of great switch-ins here, but if you had Skarmory, you would have been a lot better into it. And then you would have been able to get spikes up and force this Hitmontop to come in. You can threaten it with I'll be honest, I don't really know what you're threatening it with. Maybe Aloe with Scald. Hey, I don't hate that though. Go for a bunch of Scalds, get a bunch of burns, right? I think maybe Hitmonchan could have been Skarmory, and this would have been a little better for Malfoy's team.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. The Hitmonchan was useful in shipping the Golden down, but I think you also could have Tinglu for that. The G King was a nice bring, or the G Bro that ended up working out a lot. But I really liked Tinglu Skarm.
Yeah, I kind of
maybe
wish
over Aloe plus Hitmonchan.
Hard to say. Maybe over Ogerpon? I don't know. Ogerpon Hitmonchan, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to say. I wish the Slowbro would have went for Sludge Bomb into Rillaboom. I understand like the T-Wave, it would have been really good to hit it on any of them, but Sludge Bomb, it would have maybe killed the Rillaboom, and then, well, I don't know if you have much answer to Iron Bundle clicking Freeze Dry. Who knows?
Right.
Maybe this was a Yachi Berry Alomomola designed to live it. And then you get the Mirror Coat off. I could see that. That's a thing because we didn't see an item on this at all, and it can't be Assault Vest based on the using Wish. So really hard to say.
Mm-hmm.
Would Specs have killed there? 1.5 times 43.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, right? Because you'd be doing an
that's
extra
in the
20.
60s. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really tough.
Indeed.
Well, just tells us that Malfoy spend a little more time in the kitchen, cook up something nice, and maybe this could have been an easier game, and with a W, because it was close. I wonder what the Colbur Berry was for. I can't imagine it was for Sucker Punch Hitmontop. Maybe it was for Sneasler. I don't know. Hard to say. Next game is for next week or no?
No, this is the game for this week.
This is the game for this week.
This is the last game of the week.
Bumper Eddie claimed this guy. I don't remember his name from Gen 5. So
the Sprite.
we're gonna have to have a talk about
Sprite. What is it? Sprite appropriation? Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
He's stealing. Mon is stealing Bumper Eddie's flow. That's what's happening.
That is exactly what I'm saying. It was also
ripping
really hard
his whole
to read his
bit.
name.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The white text and the white background is quite awful.
Yes, I agree with that. But here we have what is this? We got some Gen 3 staples here. Swampert, one of the GOATs. Jirachi, maybe not one of the GOATs on ladder, but definitely the GOAT of draft in Gen 3. And then Fortress, who's, I mean, I don't really like what he does in Gen 3 either, but there he is. And then we have our a little Gen 9 Splash on there. Rotom Heat is a Gen 9 Pokemon.
Okay.
against the Gen 6 team with
yeah.
I don't know who Ogerpon is in Gen 6, but all right, let's just start it. Lead with the fast U-turner. This is my strategy as well. Okay.
He brought the boom.
I don't know if Ivy Cudgel crit mattered.
Let me look. I mean, we know that it can't be Bandit or anything. It has to be Hearthflame Mask. And we can take a look at Enamorous. So 252 Jolly versus no investment. We are looking at 86.1 to 101.7. So was it 88% of the time? You don't kill, so the crit puts you over that line.
Fair.
But Enamorous Moonblast is only doing 30 to 40. Um,
I mean, that was such an easy click, I think,
yeah,
for our Ogerpon here.
right. Yeah, I
Like,
mean, like, heaven forbid one of the like the water types or the ogre or the Rotom comes in, you still get a fat Ivy Cudgel and then you just switch.
yeah. I want to know what the Enamorous was gonna do. I feel like it would have Tailwinded and then did the Moonblast for 0 damage and then got killed. That no offense, but that's my soul read for how that would have went.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so now the Rotom Heat comes in.
Just go straight to
Sylveon is our
Sylveon.
answer.
Ooh, that has got to be like Spadef invested Sylveon too.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Wish into the Chomp.
Iron Head.
Okay. You Scale Shot here. There's no Fairy anymore.
Oh
SD
my
Scale Shot
gosh.
Quake might. SD Scale Shot Quake probably
Going
does
for
it.
Wish hard in front of Garchomp is so scary.
Oh no! I guess that's the only way it could go wrong. Oh, that's so criminal. I guess that's how
Ooh.
you that's how the game works, right? You play to your outs.
Oh.
Oh, this
Oh!
tornado! Oh my God! This Quackle is
Did
getting the Goob Nut off. It's
Did
getting the
it-
Goob Nut off. Somebody stop him!
I was gonna say, what if he dodges the Hurricane, but I guess it didn't matter.
Yeah.
As long as he
I'm
dodged.
surprised Ogerpon didn't come in earlier.
Mhm.
Because you're not gonna die
Dude.
at that point. It was +1 jet,
Actually,
and you can afford to take it.
could you imagine if you knew you lived this? If you went
Yeah.
for Aqua Step instead?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would have been a crazy game.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that's a lose con right there. Tornadus just isn't what it used to be compared to the big fat Quackable. It
Wait,
seems like.
what? Why are you
Terra-Electric
Terrablast
Terra.
Electric? No, stop.
That's
Please.
crazy.
Just run Thunderbolt. What are you doing? This is a lose
Just
con
nasty
right
plot,
here.
nasty plot, nasty plot, nasty plot, nasty plot. You need to get
Nasty
him up.
plot
You
right
need
now. You have to nasty plot right
nasty
now.
plot, nasty plot, nasty plot, nasty plot.
Yes.
Yes.
T-Bolt would have killed, by the way.
I mean, well, see, you're actually Terrablast, so that way you're not killing, so you have more turns to click nasty plot. that's the tech that no one is prepared for. Ogerpon just wins though, right?
Oh.
You sturdy. You have sturdy. Whoa,
What are you doing? Okay, actually,
Sorry.
I hate to say, what are you doing? Because that actually is the only way you're gonna beat this Ogerpon here. So if you get a bunch of spikes up.
Hazard on the switch, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could add counter or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Well, imagine this is Overcoat.
Right.
Aw. That would have been so funny though.
Okay.
Wow.
So now this is gonna spin.
Oh, never mind.
It did not spin.
Volt Switch, please.
Okay, it was 30, obviously.
Gets another layer of spikes up. I don't think that matters at all. I don't think. I mean, Ogerpon dies if you get another layer up, but.
Oh.
It's
Rindo Pert and dies to grass.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, wow. That Quackable was almost cooking. If the Garchomp miss into the Quackable reverse sweep would have been insane.
Yeah, let's see. What could have? Because yeah, if you go for now, Bleak Windstorm has a chance to lower your speed, right?
True.
So maybe it wouldn't have been smart to go for an Aqua Step.
Mm-hmm. Does +1 Ice Spinner always kill? Probably, right?
Probably. It might depend on the Torn, but probably. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like if you're just saying bet it all on black, let's just bet it all on black, right? Get your Aqua Step and get your Ice
No,
Spinner.
the crit mattered. So, because based on how little that Bleak Wind did, This has to be bulky
Oh, I didn't even
Quaquaval.
realize it crit. Oh,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. Okay, so
Um, so this was Assault Vest Quaquaval, most likely. Um, which the so Assault Vest Quaquaval versus, assuming this is like max HP, no defense, Tornadus. Ice Spinner has less than a 50% to kill. Um, but you could, yeah. I mean, the speed drop would have sucked, but I think the you have to both land and get the speed drop. So I think Aqua Step is the click,
yeah. Okay.
right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and imagine Aqua Step here into Ice Spinner to get the kill. Then you can Aqua Step on the Ogre Pond, which that's double the damage of Aqua Jet. So that would have
Yeah,
killed.
that would have been it probably.
That
Ice
probably.
Spinner,
Yeah, you would have had
yeah,
to go to Blastoise, I think.
right. But you're a Shell Smasher, right? You might not have lived.
Maybe. It depends on what your moves are. Because if you're Ice Spinner, Aqua Jet, Aqua Step, and your last move is, I mean, I guess it would have to be close combat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if it wasn't close combat, let's say if it was Rapid Spin instead, then maybe you're cooked. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Close combat might kill Blastoise. It might not. In any case, I think Rotom Heat makes sense here. The nasty plot, the problem here is if you let Sylveon get too much damage on you, you just lose to Ogerpon, which is basically what we saw.
Right.
So could you imagine no Terra, and you went for another nasty plot, and you had Thunderbolt instead of Terra Blast,
Right.
and
Yeah.
then you can Terra if you want to. I mean, I don't think you should because then you're no
You lose
longer
your
an
resistance to
Ogerpon
Ogre Ponds.
res. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the Rotom could have done it. Quackable could have done it. I think it was. There's some plays that could have won the game.
Yeah. We need to see this Enamorus do something.
Yeah.
I don't know what the Enamorus sets have been. Maybe they've been like the standard sets and they just like have been positioned in not great ways, but like this is such a good Pokemon and like I feel like it has not really done anything yet.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe leading it is a problem.
Right.
I feel like it leads really poorly into everything on this team except for Garchomp maybe, but I don't think you can lead based on, well, I might beat Garchomp.
Right. Right.
I think Rotom would have been a good lead actually. Threatening a Terra Ice Terra Blast into the Garchomp, it's got to switch. Yeah. All right, but here's the lesson of the day: is that do not run Terra Blast if you have that move in that type that is 80 base power or more.
Right.
Because there's just absolutely no reason to click that move over this move.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like the only reason is if you wanted to click into a ground type before terroring, and the ground type that would be on Kung Fu Panda's team
Garchomp
would be Garchomp. So you'd be clicking. Yeah, exactly, Garchomp. So you'd be clicking neutral Terra Blast into Garchomp, which I guess
it's your best move.
Yeah, I don't know. I think.
I think you can just. I think if you're relying on normal Terra Blast to hit the Garchomp, I think you just have to game plan differently around Garchomp.
Right.
That's just my opinion.
Yeah, we're also talking about how how Rotom could have won or Quackle could have won, but if we go back the turn before either of those two could have won, and we look at the missed Garchomp scale shot, this could have been the game right here. I mean, Fortress, Fortress has to kill, right?
Yeah, which it can only do. Like, does it get counter anymore? I don't know.
It would have to I mean, Chomp would be at -1 defense, so it could potentially sturdy kill.
With like,
but at that point, you're left
Gyro
with
Ball. maybe.
Yeah, something maybe. But at that point, you're left with Rotom, Heat, Swampert versus the entire 5, right? Because Fortress dies to Rough Skin after Gyro Balling, and Quackable dies here to Scale Shot.
Yeah,
And the game ends.
I mean, between Sylveon and Ogerpon, that should be really easy to
Yeah,
finish off those two.
for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that miss did enable the rest of what we saw.
Actually,
is so scary.
what if we saw an Aqua Step on that turn?
I just realized how crazy Enamorous going down is. What, we Aqua Step on the Scale Shot miss?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
No, that would be nuts. I mean, that makes this play, that makes what happens here like even less. No,
Right.
I mean, because you could Aqua Step again. You kill the Garchomp, right? You have enough to live the Bleak Wind Storm. I mean, you wouldn't have enough to live a Hurricane, but
Right.
then you get to Aqua Step again, and then you secure this Tornadus kill. You're in the same spot basically. I mean, the extra speed doesn't really matter for the rest of the team. +1's sufficient, but all right. Well, that's enough of that game.
Right.
That was interesting. It's too bad we didn't see.
Yeah.
It's too bad we didn't see Mirror Herb Swampert to come in and do something. I mean,
Right.
it wouldn't have done nothing because it's still slower than Blastoise, but yeah. All right, well, that's kind of it. We have some trades that have happened this week. I guess I'll make note of them really quick. It wasn't too many. Pulling it up. I didn't really make note of the trades for Ducky's team last time. They dropped Alola Ninetales, Totoscrool, and Gumshoos for Grimmsnarl, Piloswine, and Blossom, which we saw happen this coming week for right here. But yeah, it looks like June, who plays you, so you're gonna have to see the video on Ephemeral's channel.
Yep.
To see what happened there, but we're getting Terra changes. Probopass is now Steel, Ghost, and Ground. I believe that can't remember what it was before. It probably was what Fairy instead of Ground.
I think it was Fighting.
Or Fighting instead of Ground. Okay.
Yeah.
So just one type change there. Maybe it's maybe just identifying that they need that for their next week matchup. I respect that. And then they're changing Zarude for Skeledirge, which I mean, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think Zarude without Terra just is not great. With Terra, it's like one of the greatest Pokemon in the format. Like if you've looked at any Smogon drafts, like for its value, I should say, like for the price point of Zarude with Terra, it's just incredible. It allows you to also get like a good higher tier Terra Captain in the free Terra, and getting out of the abysmal weakness, 4x weakness to Bug, is just so good because you have such high bulk that you can utilize with a better type. But you can't do that in this league, and that means Zarude is kind of not great. So,
although I feel like you could say the same thing about Skeledirge, right?
That's true as well. Yeah,
loves to go Terra Fairy and then just soak up hits. Albeit, I feel like Skeledirge does have a really good niche, and for that team, which I believe like is kind of hedging towards like a bulky balance, I feel like Skeledirge fits a little better.
Right. Yeah.
So that's good. Anything else you want to leave off with for this week?
No, I am not going to leave off with anything.
Okay. Then I guess on that note, we'll cut this long recording short.
Yes.